The reason I had the motivation to start Red Mountain Grace came from a family story, something that happened to my wife's family in the past. And they had to be in Birmingham, and they didn't have a lot of funds to be here. And Ronald McDonald House actually had an opening, and they were able to stay there. The question in my mind was, what if Ronald McDonald House did not have an opening?
I had a routine doctor's appointment in Opelika, and my blood pressure was skyrocketed. And we went to East Alabama and Opelika. We couldn't get my blood pressure to go down, so they recommended go ahead and having her through C-section. So we came to UAB for their neonatal. We knew that they had really good neonatal care. Really, the shock of it was when I was getting discharged. It was on a Wednesday. We had her on a Saturday, and I had my 4 days, and they're like, all right, y'all are getting discharged today. And our daughter was still at the hospital. We had nowhere to go.
You know, we were desperate at that point. And so my wife actually called Debbie, and from what she said, she was very helpful, and you know, anything we need, she took care of it. And that day we were in there, you know, got the key. As soon as we got there, she just said, you know, send me this when y'all get a chance, or, you know, when it's not stressful for y'all. So, you know, it worked out really good.
You know, I worked in the corporate world for a while, and while that was a good job and a means to an end, you know, and could make good money, I came to that place in my life where I thought, I want to do something that makes a difference in people's lives.
You understand how helpless you might feel in that situation, especially when you're not at home. And the gratitude that I have for Ronald McDonald House because of what they did for my wife is something that I wanted to carry on to those people who were being put on waiting lists. Now, the big motivation is that I get the opportunity to share Christ in the midst of the struggle.
Red Mountain Grace does extraordinarily well in providing not just the housing, but the follow-up care to make sure that this family is coping well. Who care about how that patient is doing and how that family is doing, just take some of the stress off of the family to feel like they are really being cared for on so many different levels. I look to Red Mountain Grace on a regular basis because this is a need that I have on a regular basis. Of course, it is a scarce resource, so you know, there have been many times that Red Mountain has not had an apartment available because there is such a need for this.
My desire to see Red Mountain Grace grow and to gain more apartments is because that's that many more families that we get to minister to. Would it be easier to stay at 4 apartments and just minister to the people that come through 4 apartments? Absolutely it would be. It'd make my job a lot easier. But also, I'm the one that turns down people daily. I mean daily. Sometimes 2 and 3 families a day because I just don't have enough apartments. And every time I have to turn somebody away, it breaks my heart.
I want to be that guy who's standing in the gap for them. And raising support for them so that I can meet a very important physical need in a very difficult time while allowing the Lord to work spiritually. That's it. That's it for me.
We want to keep the personalized service that we currently have. And the model looks like almost a concierge patient coordinator that's going to love on our guests, pray for our guests, and invest their time into our families' lives on maybe an 8-to-1 scale. For every 8 apartments that we have, we'll have a patient coordinator.
So the need is huge, but the supply is really small right now, and we just need a lot of people that will do something and know that whatever they're doing is investing not just in an apartment, but it's investing in the kingdom.